New York City, center of commerce, fashion, music, and blah, blah, blah. What can I possibly say about New York City that hasn't already been said? What can I show you that hasn't been shown? Oh, ye of little faith, get ready. We're going to take just a little bitty bite out of the real, the raw, and the very big apple that is New York City.
Travel. For some, it's a luxurious escape, or maybe an adrenaline-filled adventure. But if you're like me, it's a precious opportunity to discover and to give back. It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time for Raw Travel.
New York City. Millions of tourists clog its already crowded streets year in and year out. Like flies to honey, they throng to the same congested spots to pose for photos and overpay for almost everything. But the Big Apple is really more like an onion, with layer upon layer of undiscovered boroughs and hidden gems. Some say you either love it or hate it. Well, I love it. Most of the time. To this day, I'm still discovering new things about what I call the Big Onion. The best way to see most destinations is with a local, so I hooked up with my buddy Angel Rivera, who grew up in one of downtown Manhattan's most historic neighborhoods and where he still lives to this day.
Angel, you're from the Lower East Side, right? You were born, raised. Not many like you really left here, right?
Not too many. We've been priced out of the neighborhood.
I think what I like about the Lower East Side is exactly what you said. You've got all that immigrant history, which in your case, you're Puerto Rican, right?
Correct.
And but also Jewish. A lot of Jewish immigrants lived here, and some of that heritage is still here.
You have Orchard Street up the street, and there's still some of those merchants there. You have Katz Delicatessen, that's been here over 100 years.
Right. Well, Angel, I know there's a lot of history here, man. This is one of my favorite neighborhoods. I can't wait to see it, man. Let's go check it out, all right?
Let's go.
All right, brother. Angel, what is this place, man? This is pretty cool. It's like a little alley or something, right?
Yes, this is called Extra Place.
Extra Place. That's a good name.
Yeah, there was a street that led nowhere except the entrance or the back of CBGB's.
The home of New York City's punk legacy, the legendary CBGB's, is sadly no more, replaced by an upscale clothing store. But music fans from all over the world trek to Joey Ramone Place to pay their respects.
And now, today, man, is there still like a punk scene? Is there still like places where you can go?
Sure, there's still a punk scene. You just have to search it out.
In the heart of LES is CBGB's heir apparent, ABC No Rio. ABC No Rio is helping to keep New York City's rich legacy of punk music and community activism alive.
ABC No Rio has been around since the 80s?
We came into possession of the building sometime in 1980, I think, and the hardcore matinees started in December 1989.
And as far as the punk scene here in New York, what is it like now in New York, is from your perspective?
Well, a lot of the punk shows are being booked over the river now in Brooklyn, but we still usually are able to get a solid, a sizable crowd out to some of the matinees.
And you guys have a matinee every Saturday, right?
Every Saturday we have a matinee. We don't offer bands guarantees. We offer them a fair cut of the door. The collective is volunteer run, so everybody who works here, everybody who books shows, the only thing we get out of it is the satisfaction that we helped further the punk and hardcore scene in New York City.
That's a good thing to get out of it,
ABC No Rio is an important fixture in the Lower East Side. Their zine library has over 12,000 copies about music, travel, politics, you name it. These self-published pamphlets predated blogs and offer a fascinating window to the DIY ethos of punk rock history. And you can't talk about NYC's counterculture without first visiting St. Mark's Place, the cultural heartbeat of the East Village.
Angel, this is St. Mark's, and I used to live nearby, and did you ever hang out here very much?
Yes, I went to high school up the street at Xavier High School, and we would come here every once in a while, and it was open 24 hours a day. You can pretty much find anything you want to buy. You can find it at St. Mark's. Yeah. You got McSorley's, which has been around for over 150 years around the corner.
Right.
You have Traction Vaudeville that's been around here since the 70s.
Right. Search and Destroy. It's lost a lot of its sort of roots, I think. It's gotten a little more gentrified in the years, but it still has that feeling to it, man. I'd still like to come to St. Mark's,
Oh, sure.
I felt a little square in my conservative brown shirt, so Angel and I stepped into Trash and Vaudeville, a fixture on St. Mark's for alternative fashion since the 1970s. The manager, Jimmy, is well known in these parts and has outfitted bukus of famous musicians over the years, but outfitting me was perhaps his biggest thrill yet.
Angel, what do you think, man? You like it?
I love it.
Is it me?
I think it's you. See, a couple
You
of
can
hours
see me?
downtown and see how you transform.
Yeah, dude.
Jimmy hooked me up with a killer Trash and Vaudeville t-shirt. Finally, some compensation for this gig. Ask any New Yorker about their favorite thing about NYC, and invariably, the diverse array of ethnic food bubbles to the top. Now, I haven't made it to the Philippines yet, but I plan to, so I thought I'd get a taste of what I'm in for. I stopped by Jeepney in the East Village for my very first Filipino food experience.
We always see people struggle a little bit with Kamayan on their first try. So
Right.
Miguel and I are here to teach you how to do it right.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna touch my food. Oh no, we're sharing this. Oh my God.
We're sharing.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. All right, yeah, that's cool. You guys go ahead.
The first thing when you are doing Kamayan, it's like if you move this food, you're gonna find a river of rice.
Okay.
And the rice is your initial vessel.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to pull some out,
Pull some rice out.
and now you want to press it, make it into a little ball.
Gotcha.
And then you use your thumb,
Uh-huh.
and you push it into your mouth.
I take it like this. I create like a little ball. Like I basically smush it together, right?
Right.
And then I put it under my thumb. Click it in.
He got
Yeah,
it.
he got it.
That was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
really, really good.
You're kidding me.
No, that's it.
Wow, so sweet. It shares a lot of similarities and characteristics with Latin food simply because Filipino culture shares a lot of similarities and characteristics with Latino culture as well. So chances are, if you like Latin food, you're gonna love Filipino food, right?
Absolutely. If you love Latin food or Asian food, Filipino food is really like the original fusion cuisine.
Canal Street in Lower Manhattan attracts tourists far and wide, but just a few blocks south beats the true heartbeat of Chinatown. Here you can easily get lost among the winding streets and forget that you are in the US of A. My friend Joanna's roots run deep in Chinatown. I knew if anyone could offer me a glimpse into the real Chinatown, it was her. I met up with Joanna at Hong Kong Station, a locally owned Cantonese-style noodle restaurant.
Does the chaos ever get to you? Like the chaos and the frenetic energy of Chinatown? It does, yeah.
It's a mix too because you know you love it when you walk out and you're like, wow, I'm here.
this energy, yeah.
All this right, and then sometimes I also find that there are things in Chinatown that are good to go to, like getting away and escape or get a little treat for a spa or something.
Right,
You know,
right,
something
right.
like
Yeah,
that,
that's the
or a
other
little
thing. And
massage.
yeah, I think like the yin and the yang, like frenetic energy, you can get away and get a foot massage, you know, drink some tea, relax,
Right.
have some positive energy.
My grandparents came here in the 60s and had a business here, and so, but when they arrived, there was already a lot of people who were here that were Cantonese speakers and
Okay.
Toisanese people. So.
Okay. Are these photos? These are photos of
These are-
your.
yeah.
Oh my God. So this is your dad?
That's my grandfather.
That's your grandfather.
He
50s?
said the streets were paved in gold
Yeah.
here. The opportunities were boundless here in
Wow.
America.
And then he opened up a bookstore and
Opened up a bookstore.
he
Yeah,
achieved the American dream.
he did.
Joanna's story is not unusual. Generations of families have lived in Chinatown for years and are still immigrating to this day. Joanna took me to a few of her favorite spots. The first was a not-so-hidden gem, a small healing center with a huge selection of herbal teas. People trek from all parts of the city to Sun's Organic Tea and Herb.
Okay, son, so I've heard of oolong. It's oolong tea, right?
Yes, oolong. Yes.
Can I pick this up? Is this
Yes,
okay?
yes. Oh,
Don't do that.
Right.
Oh, don't smell
Oh,
it?
right, right.
Don't smell it?
Don't put
No,
the
don't
nose
put-
too
Oh,
close.
don't put my nose too close,
Don't
really?
put your nose
Why?
too
What
close.
happens?
It's contaminated.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh,
You-
but
the
don't
way
let
to
yeah.
smell
Oh.
the tea is like this. You waft it.
Did I just ruin this entire?
No,
I hope
no,
not.
it's
Okay,
okay.
all right.
I'll make you buy the whole jar.
So, what tea would you recommend for me? I'm a stressed out traveler. I love to travel. I love different cultures, but I also, have to work pretty hard and sometimes have trouble sleeping.
Catnip.
Catnip,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Organic catnip.
Okay.
passion flower,
Okay.
kaffa kaffa, lemon balm,
Okay.
linden flower. These
Okay.
can help you to
Help me
sleep
relax a little
relax
bit.
and we'll go to sleep.
Next to travel, sleep is my favorite thing. So I picked up a few of Sun's suggestions. She even brewed a pot for us to try.
Kambe?
Yeah, good
Kambe.
luck, good health.
For good
health,
luck and good health.
good
Okay,
yes.
all right, fantastic.
Using your feet is hands down the best way to feel the flavor of Chinatown. But you may need an extra dose of patience. It's crowded and chaotic at times. My feet were killing me, so Joanna promised to take me to heaven, and she did. Foot heaven. Ah, yeah, that's the spot.
Does anyone ever fall asleep while they're getting
Everybody falls asleep in there.
Oh, no kidding.
These foot experts see foot massage as a pathway to overall health. You know what? I think they're right.
Well, thank you so much, Sydney. It was wonderful. My feet, they're in heaven. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Time to eat again? You betcha. Anytime is a good time for some dim sum and then some.
Well, this is dim sum, right? So dim sum is what I understand Cantonese and Hong Kong originated.
Okay.
And it's a little bit like tapas.
Okay.
It's small dishes. It's oftentimes family style. It's like brunch, or it could be breakfast.
Yeah.
This looks familiar.
This looks like he's giving you the bird.
Oh no. Wow.
It's good.
I'm impressed.
Joanna's been a good friend. Now I'm going to help her face one of her biggest fears: dim sum chicken feet.
Oh my God. Okay.
The ankle. It's going to be the ankle.
Big bite.
You mean
Okay,
like-
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna go for it. You did it. I can do it.
Yeah, of course.
This is raw travel, baby.
Yeah, I like it. I could eat
There
that
you
for
go.
a meal. I could eat that for a meal. Absolutely. That would not bother me. I'm telling you, it's good. Thank you so much for sharing part of your day today, because I was really curious of what it's like to live in Chinatown, and I got a little taste of it, but when, today I feel like I got, a much clearer picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some more chicken
Thanks.
feet.
Yes. Go for it. All yours.
New York City has a lot of ways to give back, but I like the Pitch In, Pick Up program at Central Park. Basically, you volunteer on your own time, and they'll give you some plastic gloves, a biodegradable plastic bag, and a trash grabber, and you can get to work cleaning up the park.
West Harlem, sometimes known as Washington Heights, is many things to many people. To Eric, a historian, author, and guide with Harlem One Stop, it's a chance to guide neophytes like me around his historic neighborhood. I met Eric at Sylvan Terrace near the Jamel Mansion, an off-the-beaten-path spot that was once an idyllic countryside escape for Manhattan's elite.
Eric, this is Sylvan Terrace. Are these houses similar to like it was back in the day, right? I mean, obviously there's been some
Yes,
changes.
they have been exceedingly well preserved. They are really, really unique. If you blink when you're walking up St. Nicholas Avenue, you can miss them entirely.
Yeah, totally.
But then when you catch it,
Yeah.
the cameras come out automatically for
totally.
good reason.
Sylvan Terrace sits next to the Morris Jamel Mansion, Manhattan's oldest house. A house that just might be haunted.
They say this is haunted, right?
They say it's
I'm
haunted.
sorry, they say. You didn't say
I've
that.
never had the privilege, maybe, I'm not likable enough to ghosts, but...
Let's see if a ghost answers the door.
Yeah.
While Carol's no ghost, she is an expert on the many famous guests who've occupied the home over the years.
Carol, a lot of famous people have been through this house. Aaron Burr, George Washington,
Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams.
Robert Rose.
Yeah, Carol Ward.
So
So Liza is the ghost, and why on earth would she be interested in? I mean, what does she do? Does she? You work here, so
Yeah.
tell me. You know what happens?
So, well, we think Eliza, if we are haunted,
Yeah.
we think Eliza Jamel would have been the logical choice for a ghost. She lives here the longest. She lives here for 55 years.
Okay.
We always joke with people, though, that if we are haunted, she is not a bad ghost. Just occasionally there's some noises that we can't explain, knocking sounds, lights kind of turning on and off, but nothing too scary.
And is she going to be angry that I referred to her as Liza instead of Eliza? Is it Eliza or Liza?
It is Eliza, yeah.
And I called her Liza this whole time.
That's okay.
So
I'm sure she won't mind.
Yeah, I better get out of here.
Now that I've discovered the mansion, you can bet I'll be back. Eric took me to another secret gem hiding nearby in plain sight, the Hispanic Society Museum. I'm normally not much on museums, but the price is right, and the artwork truly hit my love for Latin culture right where it hurts, my heart. Harlem is world famous for soul food and jazz music. We sauntered past the Cotton Club to one of the area's must-stop dining spots, Dinosaur Barbecue. Just like down south. Afterwards, Eric filled me in on his love for Harlem history.
Eric, Harlem really is a special place. How did you get so interested in Harlem? Did you grow up here? What's your connection to Harlem?
Well, it's sort of in my blood. I was born in Harlem.
I mean, you wrote this book, Manhattanville, Old Heart of West Harlem.
One thing that is true, always true about Harlem, is that it's very complex, it's very layered. So my book is really about a section of Harlem that's pretty much off the beaten path. When most tourists descend on Harlem, my book really focuses on an area of what's now generally called West Harlem.
Any really advice for someone who's never been to Harlem?
Take a walking tour, walk through Harlem.
Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, also known as Little Odessa or Little Russia, is just a subway ride, but a world away from Manhattan. My friend Svetlana met me at the St. Petersburg Global Trade House, a staple in Brighton Beach since 1994.
Svetlana, I see these everywhere when I went to Russia. What is this?
It's a Russian doll. Years ago, they used to play with this when kids were young, and then they have upper and bottom part, and usually they contain more Russian dolls inside of it. I'm not sure if we can open it now.
But there's a name for this kind of doll, right? What do they call it? Do you know what the name
Matryoshka.
is? Matryoshka.
Matryoshka.
Oh. You know what? I'm not even going to try that. What kind of music did you listen to growing up? Russian folk music, pop music, American
Russian
music?
pop music.
Russian pop music.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have my band Tarakani. Do you know Tarakani?
Oh yeah, Tarakani.
Yeah, Cockroach. Yeah.
Cockroaches.
They're my buddies.
The Russian alphabet confounds me. So tantalizingly similar, but yet so frustratingly different.
I'm confused. A, B, B?
No, it's A, B, V,
So two different B. A, B,
V.
V. And that's three. Right?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P.
Really? Wow. I feel so stupid now.
Yeah, I know. I just got schooled by a kid. Before we left, Svetlana wanted to see if I could blend in Mother Russia.
Robert, have you ever been in Russian bath?
I've taken a bath in Russia. Is that the same thing?
No,
Oh.
Russian bathhouse, like sauna.
Oh, a bathhouse. No.
But you have to wear, special hat.
Oh, like this one, maybe?
Like this one. Yeah.
I'm going to wear this hat in a Russian bath?
Yes, you have to wear it. You know why?
Why?
You don't want to lose your consciousness because it's too hot.
Oh.
And this will keep you.
This keeps me from passing out?
Yes.
How do I look?
You look just a Russian guy.
Really? How do I say thank you?
Spasiba.
Spasiba.
You look really nice, Robert.
Ah, spasiba.
Пожалуйста.
Ah.
You're welcome.
Little known fact, I'm a pierogi fanatic. Follow-up fact, I'm not a pierogi expert.
It's a very good time for pirashki now.
For what? I thought these were pierogies.
No, it's called pirashki. Say.
Pierogi.
Yes.
Pierogi. We got all kinds here.
Mm-hmm.
My God, it tastes like a donut.
That's definitely not on my diet.
Is it sweet?
It's very sweet. Did you choose to live in Brighton Beach so you could be, well, was it just a natural place for you to come when you moved here because you felt comfortable with
First
other
of all,
Russians?
because of the language in the beginning.
Mm-hmm, okay.
And then second of all, because of the food.
Svetlana, thank you so much for showing me around today. I mean, it's hard to believe that I lived in New York as long as I did, and I never came to Brighton Beach. I mean, I just went right up, I went to Coney Island, but not Brighton Beach.
It's always first time.
I know. And you're never too old to have a first time. I love
Yes.
it. Thank you so much. Spasiba.
You're welcome. Пожалуйста.
Here,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, you may have figured this out. I'm not a girl, but I do appreciate fashion. Tatiana is a fast-rising Russian-American designer whose self-named stores, full of retro fashions, have taken New York and other U.S. cities by storm.
Haley, we're here at Tatiana. Can you tell me how Tatiana came into existence? Like, it's basically, she's a designer from Russia, is that right? Have I got it right?
She's from Russia.
She's from Russia. I got that part right.
Yeah.
Okay,
She was
all right.
a model in Russia.
Oh, wow.
And she made her way to the States.
What's your typical customer like, or do you have a typical customer?
We have all sorts of people. We have our die-hard pinup girls and rockabilly fans, but we also have just normal women. We have
Right.
tourists, people that are into fashion.
What about like me? I just sort of stumbled in off the street thinking I'm going to look really out of place because it's only women's clothing, but you actually have a little bit, you're starting to do some guys' clothing as well, right?
We just launched our men's line. It's called
okay.
Archie's.
Archie's.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. That's a great name.
Vintage-inspired bowling shirts. They're lovely.
Oh, sweet. I was hoping maybe I could try on a couple of your Archie things just to see how a bowling shirt looks on me. You can tell me thumbs up or thumbs down.
Absolutely.
And then maybe some people would like model since, I don't think I look good in a dress.
Absolutely.
So what do you think? This or this?
Let's go with this one.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm ready to go bowling.
Looking good.
Love the shirt. Too bad I'm a scratch bowler. I think the ladies really outdid me.
Thank you for showing us around, giving us a glimpse of 40s, 50s, and 60s fashion, and for putting me in a really cool bowling shirt. I really appreciate your time.
Of course. You seem like a changed man. We were happy to have you.
I'm ready to go bowling.
The Big Apple, the Big Onion, the capital of the world. Call it what you will, but New York City is not only my home, it's my favorite place ever. Roam its streets, take the subway, venture to outlying boroughs. I think you may fall in love with this city, full of very busy but very good people. But please, whatever you do, don't move here. It's crowded enough already.
So, Angel, one of the things that I think confuses people, and you can really spot a tourist a mile away, Houston or Houston, which is it, man?
Right, it's Houston. It's named after a delegate from Georgia who signed the Declaration of Independence.
So not Houston. If you call it Houston Street, they know that you're a tourist.
Correct.
Right? I got you.